Oh, come on! Have you ever been so bored that you wanted to cry? I mean, hopefully not while watching any of my videos, because screw that, but I mean while playing something. Games are for entertainment. Unfortunately, somebody forgot to tell the developers of Aquaman this, and what we got instead was an ugly, barren cure for insomnia. You're watching another review from the Broken Controller Club. My name is Ed, and I'm your host. So people on the internet are calling summer 2021 White Boy Summer, but anybody who knew me in high school and hopefully doesn't have pictures knows that I've never been a trendsetter. So I've gone in a different direction and have made this crappy game summer, as that is almost all I've been reviewing lately. It's entertainment for you and torture for me, but like Bryan Adams sang, and I bet you're groaning right now because you know what I'm about to do.
Everything I do it for you.
Thank you. I'm here until I get canceled by social media. So for the 5 of you that are still watching, Aquaman Battle for Atlantis was released in 2003 on the GameCube and OG Xbox. It was based off a revamp of Aquaman where he had a trident/wanking claw combo for a hand and was sporting long, beautiful locks. He also started wearing gladiator-style armor instead of this iconic orange shirt that he always had because, you know, he's hardcore. I don't know too much about Aquaman, except I always considered him the Zeppo of the Justice League for a long time.
You're the useless part of the group. You're the Zeppo.
So why they gave him a game to begin with was beyond me, but maybe they thought there was a chance to capitalize on this version of him. There's been worse ideas in the comics industry. Basically, the game starts with classic Aquaman villain Black Manta attacking Atlantis because ocean water ain't the only thing salty out there. Afterward, the lava trolls are attacked, and Atlantis is framed for it. There's a larger scheme at play, and it's up to Aquaman to get to the bottom of it and put his wet, soggy, presumably pruny foot in the butt of whoever's responsible. Then you find out it's arch-enemy Ocean Master that's responsible, which, by the way, Ocean Master. You have to give me a second, because that's... Who named him that? I'm sorry. I looked and he's a DC character and was in the movie, but still. The only other character I recognized in this was Mira, who looks like she got her style from Jay Carrey's version of the Riddler. The story is told between levels by these comic-style panels. There's no voice acting, which I was disappointed in because I really love terrible voice acting, and instead it's basically just some music in the background, and that's it. There's really only 2 types of gameplay in this. You have your Brawler-style levels and your Submarine levels. In the Brawler levels, you swim around and follow the compass, fight some guys, then follow the compass to the next group of guys to fight until the level ends. That's it. There's a combo system in it that has Aquaman do different attacks depending on the order you press buttons, and these vary from basic 3-button combos to like 8 or 9 button presses that honestly I couldn't remember. I felt like I was entering the Konami code for some of these. The camera gets finicky sometimes, but really the biggest problem is just that you're going to be hitting the same buttons for every single enemy. If you fight a half dozen enemies though, they'll politely wait until you beat one up and then step up for the same thing. It's not fun, but I guess they get points for being organized? I don't know, there's 20 missions of this crap, and it got old by the second level. Aquaman also has his trident hand that doubles as a grappling hook. Hitting the button to fire this off will send out this flaccid, slow little grappling hook. You can't really aim it, so I never actually used it. Aquaman's super duper special attack though is calling in a creature of the sea to one-shot the enemy of your choice. That's right, Aquaman can summon a shark or dolphin to come hit an enemy and drag them off screen. I don't know where they go. I'm assuming the sharks eat them, but what about the dolphins? Do they force themselves on them like they do people in real life? Next are the Submarine levels. Maybe it's because I really liked playing the old X-Wing and TIE Fighter games from LucasArts, but this is more fun than the Brawler stuff. Also more difficult, so it actually kept me awake. By default, the game starts you in third-person mode, and it's almost impossible to aim a shot at these enemy subs that you're fighting against. But you can switch to the cockpit view, and then it gets easier and you're able to actually stand a chance. And you'll do weird stuff like free a dragon by shooting EMP missiles at its shackles, or there's this big sub thing that looks kind of like a Star Destroyer. So yeah, I didn't actually hate this part of the game. I mean, it felt pretty samey by the end of the game, just like everything else, but it was better than using the same 3-punch combo for the 200th time. As you can tell, graphically, it looks like wet puppy food, and the graphics do look like they're underwater, just not in the way that I would like. I mean, there's nobody in Atlantis but some fish and whoever you're fighting. It kind of reminded me of Superman 64, but without all the rings to fly through. There's not much in the way of sound either, other than a few punch effects. Like, it's actually a really quiet game. The music is way too epic for the game though, and through a lot of it, I felt like I was watching an old sci-fi movie from the 1950s, especially with Black Manta's outfit. Like, after a while I expected the subs to be flown around on little strings that you can see from off camera. So I know this is a short one, but at the end of the day, Aquaman was really boring and just had very little personality. I mean, it's a game about Aquaman. They had to chop off one of his hands to try and make him more interesting, so I guess I couldn't really expect greatness from this. The graphics were really empty and muddy, and I don't think the combat could get any more repetitive and boring. It's 20 missions spread out over a few hours, and it felt like I was watching paint dry after a while. So that's it for today's review. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you'd like to become a club member, hit that subscribe button and you are in. We're going to do this again soon. Congratulations! You're one of an elite few to make it to the end of the video. Reward yourself by hitting the round subscribe button in the middle, and then check out the other goodies I've got and the links next to it.